Hey you guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new, my name is Chiffon and I am a college lifestyle hygiene creator here on YouTube. And today I am coming back with another productive day video, but today's productive day is specifically related to college only things. So applying to schools, applying for scholarships, applying to the FASFA, doing internships, work, all of those things college related, because as you know, I transferred out from my previous school to a community college, which means I am going to transfer out again. So an unconventional way of college, but that's okay. So yeah, today is definitely only college related because it is already the beginning of November and I need to start deciding where I want to go again and start applying for scholarships and all the fun things that come with college and the stress. So that is what today is going to be about. My entire day, really. Hopefully not my entire day, but yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. Alright, so first order of business is the FASFA. Now some of you might be asking what the FASFA is. The FASFA determines your financial student aid that you are going to get for your aid year. So it is something that is super important to do so that some of your college can get paid off and so that you don't have to take out so many loans. The FASFA opened October 1st. I'm not renewing mine until now, which is November 8th, which isn't really too good. You want to try and reapply for your FASFA as soon as it really opens to try and get all the benefits that they are handing out, especially because of COVID and your financial situation. You want to try and get all the money you can. Okay you guys, so I am almost done with the FASFA, but the FASFA is just like, it's such a long, tedious process that I just need to take a break. I started getting a headache, so me and my sister went to go get some Chipotle. Put on a plate, you know, look fancy. Got my red crushed peppers right there, you know. But yeah, for our lunch or whatever, our dad asked us if we wanted some Chipotle, so we were like, yes, we want some Chipotle, and it was great. I could take a little break from the FASFA. But yeah, it's a really just long, tedious process. I thought it was going to be a lot quicker since I was doing just like the renewal part of the FASFA and not like the long start over process. But in my head, I was thinking they were just gonna like pretty much just like use the information from like last year and just be like, do you want to change this, do you not want to change this, yada yada yada. But there's some parts that like you have to go over. I don't know if it's because like the whole COVID thing or like what, but I thought it was just gonna be a click of a button and I was done, but no it's not it. So yeah, it's definitely not as long as if you start over a new FASFA, but it's taken it's a process. So I'm gonna finish that, eat my little Chipotle, and then we are going to hop on some colleges. Okay guys, so I finally finished the FASFA. That is done, that is over with. It feels so good to be done with that finally and just like have it done. Don't gotta worry about it no more unless I want to add some more schools onto my FASFA. But now I am going to be applying to some more universities because I do plan to transfer out for the fall. I kind of want to keep like what schools I'm going to a secret until like later on in the year, but one school that I will tell you I am applying to again is Ball State. I know if you watched me in the past, you know why I chose to transfer out of Ball State, but I am thinking about transferring back because one, I won't be on campus, I'll be off campus, and two, you know, most of my friends are already at Ball State. I made a lot of connections freshman year, so like why start over at another school? But I mean, again, it just really all depends, but that's one of the schools that I am going to be applying to transfer out for in the upcoming fall. So right now I am going to be applying to all the schools that I have on my list and, you know, transferring out or whatever. Okay, so this is a lot harder and complicated than I thought. So because I previously like attended Ball State, it's like I would be doing it as a transfer student, but it was like I was already there. So there's kind of like a separate application for that if like you were already out of school, transferred out, and then you want to like come back. So I may have to call them and ask them like what I should do, because it's like I filled out like the transfer stuff, and you know when you transfer and they talk about like where you've been, like your school history or whatever, I put that Ball State was like one of my school histories, like I've been there, and they said if you were from Ball State, like put it on there, and then a thing popped up saying like if you've attended Ball State in the past, you need to click on this link. But now I'm a little confused. So it's not like a straightforward application, but it's okay because I might have to call them. I can't call them now because they're Eastern time and it closed at 5 and it's 5 over there, so may have to call them tomorrow and figure that out. So yeah, well, we'll do the other ones then. Okay, you guys, so it's like been maybe 2 days since the clips you just saw, or maybe a day. I recorded that on Sunday. Today's Tuesday, so maybe 2 days or a day. It's been a day. Okay, so on Sunday it was pretty late, so I didn't like finish everything that I wanted to do for my whole like college productive day or whatever. I have just been like really lazy recently, and as you can tell, I was lazy because last week I didn't even post like at all last week, not even on like during the week or Saturday. So I'm trying to get back in the groove again. I've just been like really busy and lazy at the same time. I've been having a lot of schoolwork, so I've just like been trying to get it together. Okay, so today I am definitely going to do a bunch of stuff. I have a lot of homework, so I want to get most of my homework done, and then I want to start on the college stuff again. And yeah, so I was feeling a little lazy, so I made myself a smoothie, a little banana smoothie. It's like has some other stuff in it, but pretty much the base of it is banana. And yeah, so hopefully after this I like recuperate myself and I get ready, and I'll be in the mood to like grind some things out, because sometimes you just have to step back, come back, rejuvenate yourself, and then like it's game time. You got this. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to do right now. So let me drink my smoothie and then like we can begin again. Okay, you guys, so not gonna lie, I did not expect for the whole process of applying to colleges to be so long. I'm still in the process of still applying to the colleges, because honestly I thought because I was a transfer student it wasn't going to be that big of a deal, and I thought like I could just hurry up and like, you know, apply, do all the little information, the who you are, what you do, all that type of stuff, and be done. But no, a couple of them I actually have to write like a couple of essays for, which I didn't know or was prepared for. So I haven't completely applied to some of them, but I have applied to them, just haven't completed the necessary application yet. But it's okay, we're gonna move on. Next we are talking about scholarships. Okay, scholarships are also an important part when it comes to college. This is something that I definitely regret my freshman year. Scholarships are It's a love-hate relationships with scholarships, okay? Honestly, like freshman year, I was just going for like the huge scholarships. Scholarship applications are kind of tedious just because of the fact that you have to go on websites. Those websites sometimes require you to have a profile with them, so then you're making all these different types of profiles, and then sometimes it's just like the scholarships are just really long, and then when you apply to them, they don't tell you who wins afterwards. Like, you have to keep track of yourself, like who wins, when the application day and the end date and all of that is. So they are very, very, very tedious, and it is a love-hate relationship. But I wish last year, which I'm gonna try and do this year, that I would have gone for some of the little smaller scholarship applications, because honestly I feel like a lot of people do go for those huge scholarships to try and get one and done, because like I told you, scholarships are annoying. Like, it is just completely annoying to apply for them, figure out when you're supposed to get the information. If you don't win, they don't really tell you. They sometimes tell you who the winner is, but not all of them do. It's all up to you to go back to those scholarships and see who won or not. For those reasons, I want to try and do a simpler version and try and apply to smaller ones and just accumulate a bunch of those and see, because my theory is that a bunch of people go for the huge ones, and you know, those ones are super competitive, but nobody goes for the super small ones. And honestly, if you apply to probably like 10 of the small ones, each of them are $500, you could have about $10,000 just in those 10 scholarships. So that's what I'm gonna try and do like this year to help myself out. So I'm going to tell you some of them that I am going to be applying for. So some helpful websites for scholarships are Niche, Chegg, Scowly, that's a new one that I've heard of, scholarships.com. Apply to scholarships also that you are at your school now. So for me, I go to a community college. I'm going to try and apply to scholarships that they have for this community college so that I can have for when I transfer out. It's really just like a hierarchy thing. You have to put in the work to find them, and my freshman year, I just wasn't putting in that type of work. It's definitely not a last minute thing. Let's make that clear. Scholarships are not a last minute thing. So next, I want to apply to internships. Internships are such an important part of your college portfolio. I heard that you should at least have 3 internships by the end of your senior year of college. Most internships don't really accept first year interns, so like freshmen. I applied to a couple of internships last year, but most of them got canceled because, you know, COVID, the pandemic. So I don't even technically know if I actually got into any of the internships, because they never really said yes, you got accepted. They were just like, oh, because of COVID, we're not doing it anymore, so yada yada yada. So I don't really know if I got accepted or not, but this year I am definitely going to be applying because I am going to be a junior. So yeah, I need to. So this summer I am hoping to have an internship job. If you know, I live in Illinois and I am also a journalism major. So personally, my dream internship would be like in Chicago, because like there's a bunch of news there, like a lot of the top internships are probably there, and a lot of journalism people are there. Like, there's just a lot to go on, right? So that would be definitely one of my dream internships. You should have been applying to internships by October, because if you want to try and have an internship by the summer, you should have been applying around this time, because it's not like a thing where if you want an internship in the summer, you look when it's literally May and you're trying to find a summer internship. That's not how it works. So you have to do a couple months beforehand so that you can get a certain internship during a certain season. Because you want to keep your internships well-rounded, I would recommend that you do a variety of things. Your internships don't have to just be the major you are in. So for example, I'm a journalism major, but in my field of work, which would be like news, there's a lot of different internships that I can get with that. I could be a communications, business, PR, English, to be a hostess for the news. You can have quite a few different degrees for it. So some of the internships that I would love to get would obviously be like journalism, some sort of reporting, writing magazines. Some of them that I'm thinking about applying for are Chicago Tribune, ABC, WGN News, different radio stations, different magazines. Specific companies are also really good too, brand ambassador sort of thing. And I'm not talking about like those fake brand ambassadors on like Instagram. There's a different there's actually like paid brand ambassadors for certain companies. Like if you ever heard of Water in a Box, they accept brand ambassadors, or sometimes I heard Google does that. So I'm talking about those specific brand ambassadors, like real brand ambassadors, you know what I mean? That, again, I said PR, marketing. There's so many different ones that I could try and be an intern in. And it's honestly, in all, it's just like a really good experience for you. So when you do apply to internships, it is completely up to you. Don't expect your school to like help you get internships or anything like that. Like you're a one-woman show. So yeah, definitely don't expect that. I think at Ball State, if I remember correctly, like for the journalism program, you had to get an internship by the end of your senior year. So I would have had, I think, at least 1 or 2 internships, but not all programs are like that. So you definitely need to look out, source yourself. I heard that LinkedIn is something that is super common with this type of thing, so that you can connect with business people and like administrations of different companies. I haven't personally tried LinkedIn. I have a LinkedIn, but I haven't used it like ever. I should probably like try and get it more professional looking and all that, because when I created it, I was like probably in middle school maybe. So I definitely like need to get back on that to try and help myself out. But yeah, so yeah, those are some of my plans on trying to get an internship and secure it. And hopefully it's paid, because you know that would help a sister out. So because honestly, some of these internships, they last all summer. You're there for maybe 30-40 hours a week. It's like a job. So I mean, it would be ideal for it to be a paid internship, so then I wouldn't have to like crack my back at my actual job. But yeah, we're hoping for the best. So okay, you guys, so I hope that you were able to learn something from this unconventional productive sort of week video. I hope you learned something new, maybe about me, about scholarships, internships, how to apply, etc., etc. So yeah, I hope you got something feeling from this video and you can apply it to your own college life and experience for the rest of your 4 years or however long you are in school. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know that the holidays are coming up, so comment down below like kind of what you want me to like kind of film, you know, for the holidays. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching, and see you guys next time.